Hello everybody and welcome back to another anti-MLM video. I'm Christine, I'm glad you're here. Did you know that thoughts are not facts? And why network marketing is not a real business, or rather it is? That's the topic of this video. We will get into another glorious slideshow today of a network marketer who hates to break it to us, but our thoughts are not facts. It's gonna be a good one. It's a short slideshow, so we will get right into this, why people apparently approach her and say that network marketing isn't a real business. So apparently this isn't a real business. Glad you mentioned it. I love nothing more than to break this down. And I love nothing more than to react to somebody who believes that they're breaking this down. The first thing I would like is to have an actual explanation what she believes a real business is. A definition would be good here. Somebody actually running their own company, being an independently contracted salesperson, running a business and making a profit. Let's see if the next slide speaks about it. Apparently not. So we're not getting a definition what a real business is. We will just see, no further mention, but let's puzzle this together. You think because it's low cost, it can't be legit. Who says that? Who says that somebody, even if they don't join a network, even if they don't join a network marketing with low cost, also a definition would be nice. What is that? Under 50, 100, 1,000, 10,000 euros, dollars would be nice. Low cost. Ich habe vergessen, was ich sagen wollte. Wow. Okay. Egal. Nochmal. Es läuft gut. You think because it's low cost, it can't be legit. Who says that? Also, low cost, another definition would be great. What does low cost mean? Is it less than 50 euros, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million? And who says that because you have a low starting cost to join a network marketing company, potentially it cannot be legitimate? Meanwhile, people spend 20K on cafes, they never turn a profit in. Okay, but that's comparing yet again apples to toilets. You can do it, but it logically doesn't make a lot of sense. So we're lacking information what low cost is and what legit or real business also means. People have different kind of investments, and this is apparently a British MLMer. Yeah, because it's 20K British pound. People can start businesses, actual, legitimate, real businesses. I'm also not giving you a further definition there. People starting their own companies, and there can be a certain amount of cost involved. You can start a digital business for fairly reasonable cost. You can start your own cafe and you need to invest a good amount of money. You can, to take the examples from a couple of years ago that was all over social media, you could start a franchise and you would have to spend millions to be able to start your own business. That is true for everything that you do. Depending on the type of business you want to run, whatever business venture you want to be involved in, the cost can be low, medium, or high. The same is true for network marketing, but you're not running your own business. You are a salesperson for a company, and it's predominantly your job to acquire human bodies, pretty much. And the cost can vary depending on the type of MLM. You can either start there's one MLM I know of where the start cost is zero. You can join as a distributor, but you do not get any product. So then you have to pay money to get your hands on the products. Or you could join for business kits that are exactly just that. A couple of papers, a pen, maybe a coffee cup, and that's like 20 euros, for example. But there's also no product involved. And then there are companies where you can spend hundreds, thousands, or even $10,000, depending on the type of company you want to join. So there is a variation, and just because this person potentially is in a network marketing where she would describe the starting cost as low, doesn't mean that that is truthful for all network marketing companies. That is also just the starting cost. Then you have cost involved as you go along. And that's the thing a lot of network marketers don't like to mention. Just because you can join a network marketing company, let's say for 200 euros, doesn't mean that that is the amount of money you have to spend. You will spend a lot of money on the product or the service. You will have to use the services, you will have to use the products, and you will have to continue to do that. You will have to continue to repurchase and purchase the products, new products coming out, new adventures in the service. If you offer that, you also have to use those. That's where the cost piles up. Then on top of that, if there are conferences, if there's convention, if you have to drive with your car to meet people or to set up some sort of venue, then that is also involved in the cost. And I've never heard a person say, hey, it's such low cost, it cannot be legitimate. I do not know who started that narrative. And then there's a difference between somebody actually starting their business and they own a business, whether that is a cafe or a digital store, whatever it is. There's a difference between that and somebody actually owning their own company, their own business, and somebody working as an independently contracted salesperson for another company, because the company is owned by somebody else. And that is not the distributors, that is the owners of the companies. You think posting on social media makes it a hobby? Says who? Where are all of those things coming from? Welcome to 2025. Oh, okay, from last year. If you're not online, you're invisible. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that it's a hobby. Some people just like to post on social media because they just want to post. And that is not necessarily just a hobby for them. Maybe it is for some, but it's a way to communicate and to share aspects of your life with other people. For whatever reason, we're in a day and age where that is very interesting to publicly post on social media. I also do that regularly when I'm on vacation. And I post where I am and what I do. And sometimes I think, why do I do that? I could just post in the family chat or status updates on WhatsApp. That's also what I do. But yeah, we're in a day and age where you do that. And I don't expect any payment, and it's not a job. It's also not a hobby. It's a way to communicate. And I like that. And then when you own your own company and you have a social media or an online presence, then that is also helpful. It is kind of expected in this day and age to get a hold on customers or people searching for you, for searching for your services. It is better in this day and age to be available, to have a digital footprint if you want to sell something. Yeah, but I've never heard that before. If you post on social media, it's a hobby. It is actually the Huns who like to say, well, I'm doing what you're already doing. The difference is I get paid for it. Because don't you post about your Starbucks coffees and the clothes you buy and the things you do, but you don't get paid for it, but I do. So actually, it's rather the other way around. You roll your eyes at commission-based income. No, I roll my eyes at posts like this. Commission-based income is and can be a legitimate sales job. It can be affiliate marketing. If you share something, somebody buys it, you get a certain commission. That's not something people roll their eyes at. I think the market is extremely flooded with people doing that. That's why it's getting more and more difficult to actually sell something. But I don't know who rolls their eyes because it's commission-based. It is for some people, it's not for others. I've said this before. I also took a look at some commission-based jobs when I was at the university. It's not for me. I don't want that. But I never rolled my eyes at it. Yet that's how it worked when you bought your house from a real estate agent, when your insurance broker sorted out your life, and exactly how it worked when car salesmen sold you that car on your drive. When a car salesman, I suppose. Yeah, and once again, I don't know people who roll their eyes at commission-based income. But since this person is in a network marketing company, I suspect it has to do with a bad name, with a bad rep network marketing companies have. Because while you can sell a product and make a commission based on the products you sell, it is not the basis of how people make the bulk of their money in network marketing, because it's not necessarily a commission-based business model. It's a recruitment-based business model, and recruiting people is better compensated than selling the products, but recruitment is always connected to sales. And a person who recruits people onto their team, into their downline, they're able to benefit, they're able to profit of those people's efforts. It's not that commission-based income is something people roll their eyes at. It's network marketing, trust me. You think it's a scam because your mate signed up and did nothing. No, it's a scam because you promote it as if network marketing is a commission-based business. You're completely lacking the information that, number one, all of the income disclosure statements I've seen so far show that most people lose money. They don't even make a profit. And number two, the true money lies in recruitment, not in the sales of the products. But we're not mentioning that. And that it is structured as a pyramid where only very few people are able to be at the top of that pyramid. And those are the people who can make an income, and only very few people make a profit because there is only a finite pool of people who are able to make it to the top. Mathematically speaking, statistically speaking, those people are far and few at the top of that pyramid. And we're not mentioning any of that. We're pretending it's a simple sales job where not a lot of cost can be involved, either as a starting cost and also as we go along, because we haven't heard that you will very likely spend a good amount of money on the products, not just the starting cost, in this post alone. That's not a scam. That's just someone with not follow through. And that's the downline shaming. That's also why it's a scam, because you're not being truthful here. Just because somebody wasn't able to make a financial profit, just because somebody wasn't able to create a financially sustainable income for them, doesn't mean that they signed up and they did nothing. They didn't follow through. And once again, we're lacking details and definitions here, because when we take a look at the income disclosure statements, we see that most people are always at the lowest ranks. And that's because they don't do anything. So why do we recruit people into network marketing companies that just sign up and they don't do anything and they do not follow up? Why not start and actually recruit and sign up the people who want to do something, who want to follow up, and who want to rise in the ranks? But decades into this business model that is attached to financial failure for the vast majority of people joining, we haven't changed that. I don't quite get it. I said what I said. Yeah, and it's stupid. And it's now on the internet forever. Also, thanks to this video. You're uncomfortable. No, I'm actually quite comfortable because we're doing it differently and it's working. Where's the proof? Far and few people are able to rise in the ranks of a network marketing company, but it's always this tale and this narrative. It's up to you. If you don't work, you will not achieve anything. If you're not teachable and you don't do what your upline is, you will never be successful. But when you take a look at the people and the actual work they put in, and they're following their upline's lead, they're doing the do's, they're doing the tasks, but because of market saturation, the products are way too pricey for it is, and also saturation within the network marketing company, most people are not able to succeed. Then we see, okay, you can follow all of the guidance, you can work 24/7, you can work smarter, not harder, and still not succeed. So no, it's not working because you're doing it differently. This business takes work. Every business, every work takes work. Show me one that doesn't, and I'll jump ship. That's not the point. Everybody who wants to make money has to put in the work. Either they have to put in the work in advance or have to consistently work. That's not the point. Of course you have to work. But if you work in a regular job, if you run your own business, you will make some money. Especially if you're in an employer situation, you get a stable salary, a stable paycheck. And when you run your own business, you are at risk of also losing that business and of also losing money, but you actually run your own company. It's in your hands what you do with it. In network marketing, it is not, because you only get a small commission if you're able to sell the product. So what do? You recruit a big enough team so that you're able to benefit off of those people on the team. But now that also means you depend on everybody on your team. So it's not up to you putting in the work, working hard. It's up to your team members to pull their own weight. And that is something one can control only to a certain degree. But it's just not the kind you're used to. No, not really. It's quite easy what you have to do. It is because it is not possible for every person in a network marketing company to be financially successful. That is simply what it is. It's not that you're not used to the kind of work. Once again, network marketing has been around for decades now. How come that it's always this mythical construct that you don't understand the business model? You're simply not teachable. You didn't put in the work and you're just not used to this kind of work. You could show me what the work is according to yourself and post about it online on your social media. That could be very helpful. But how come decades into this business opportunity existing, decades into network marketing existing, we still don't know what kind of work it is? That's a bit suspicious. Still think it's not real? Stunning. No, it's real. It's really scammy. It's really sketchy, and it's really a horrible business opportunity if you really want to make money. That's what I find stunning. I'm not here to convince you, yet we have a post here from a network marketer who has multiple slides and who posts regularly trying to, what I would call, convincing others that it's a real business. It's a great business opportunity, and you can do it if you just put in the work. That's also what I find stunning. I'm here to educate you. If that is supposed to be an educational post, then may all of the powers help us, because there was no education there. Where are the facts? Where are the specifics? It's just your typical MLM defending mumbo jumbo, because you cannot defend network marketing with facts and with reason and with actual resources. Whether it's for you, no, or not, watch me keep building it anyway. Building and rebuilding. Building and rebuilding. Building and rebuilding. That's the cycle of network marketing. You always have to build. You recruit people, they fall off. You recruit other people, they fall off. You recruit more people, they also fall off. It is not sustainable in any way, shape, or form, so that's why you're always building. DM me info if you're ready to move with the times. Yeah, but then you don't join a network marketing company because they're crumbling and they're actually changing their business models because they're not sustainable anymore. And they venture towards actual sales, actual affiliate marketing, try to focus now more and more on the actual sales of the product, and they're closing down the business. The recruitment-based business model. There's a lot happening outside of my window. There are birds in the trees because the trees are blooming and the berries are starting to grow there as well. So the birds are really excited. And then my neighbor on the other side of the balcony has a disco ball there. And it's really sunny now and it's really irritating. So if you see a weird light situation or light flashes, that's it. It's a lot happening. Okay, it's spring in Berlin, so everything wakes up. Also, my neighbor's balcony decoration. But hey, where was I? DM me info if you're ready to move with the times. You're not moving with the times if you join a network marketing company because it's a dying company. You would very likely go digital and actually sales-based, that is based on the sales of products and not on the collection of human bodies, aka recruiting. I would not call this an educational post. I would apply higher standards for somebody who wants to educate me and not just spill platitudes as we have heard them a gazillion times before, but instead we gotta DM that person because we can never publicly truthfully speak. It always has to happen in the shadow and in the corners. Let me know your thoughts. This was a quick video, an easy video also for me to edit. It's currently a lot going on in my personal and my professional life, and also springtime in Berlin, so I'm also happy to have a shorter video again. Thank you for your support. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if you liked this video, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, tschüss!